Hi, everybody. Welcome on board. Welcome to Healing with Marcus. We are here every Monday. As you know by now, we are doing these moments of mindfulness, moments of peace and stillness, and maybe some kind of wisdom that's coming through as well. Hopefully, we're getting somewhere with all of this stuff. Yes. We're gonna start out. Take a few deep breaths. Gather yourself up. Thank you, LEK. We're grateful you are here too. And whoever else is on board here, we're grateful you're here. Thank you. So, if you feel like this is something you resonate with, if you like the content that's going on this channel, feel free to click like and subscribe and hit that notification button so you get those whenever we go on here, right? Whenever we go live, you get a chance to be on board, or if there's a new video, which hopefully there is quite often. So, dearly beloved, it's coming pretty clear that and it's been so in my life too, but I can see the feedback that's going on and from what everybody's saying, um, we've been going through the ringer on an energy level. And we've been going through that for a while now. Like it started sometime in the spring, early spring, and it's been going on throughout the summer, but it got lighter throughout July and lighter than again in August. But it was still like the fluctuations of the energy in our energy field has been very abrupt. So when we are going up high, we have access to a ton of good, strong, powerful information. We're getting insights. We're growing like crazy, and then it drops off, and we're tired. We're hungry. Last week, everybody on the same day, including myself, we were all hungry, and I heard people speaking about it. I'm like, oh my God, this is interesting. Everybody's feeling the same thing on the same day, but we all think that it's depending on our personal circumstances, right? So every single one of us that are going through whatever challenge might come your way and whatever challenge is coming my way, in my brain and my perception, I may say, oh my God, this is so hard. Nobody has it the way I do, right? And nobody has this particular feeling, whatever it might be that I have going on, right? And I believe that that's how it goes for you as well. When the energy field come crashing down on us, or if certain frequencies come in on our into our field, it's like we are all feeling that weight of the world, but it's coming to us through our own interpretation. So if you're used to feeling like sad and heavy, and you've been feeling better for a little bit, and then you get dropped into that basement of sad and heavy again, you feel like, oh my God, it's only me. And your feelings that are coming up in you is the sad and heavy. And what was coming up in me was different than the challenges that were coming my way were my challenges. Just like the challenges that are coming your way are your challenges based on your programming in your life. And what I see as fascinating is that we are all going through these challenges on the same days, even if they are individual challenges, even though what you're going through is hard for you from your particular perspective where you are on your journey, but we're going through it on the same day. I think it's fascinating to be watching, to be kind of observing, stepping back, looking at what's going on in our world. What are the common themes that are happening? And one of the ways to look at that is to follow the thing called the Schumann resonance, which is the frequency, the energy, we have like layers of energy around our planet, right? And just like if you look in one way of looking at it, we can say that the 4G and the 5G energy is a certain on a spectrum. It's a certain frequency of vibration of waves, microwaves of energy, and we can also say that the Schumann resonance is measuring how our electromagnetic field is doing, and it's checking on into certain megahertz every now and then. It goes up and then it goes down, then it goes up and goes down, and usually we can see that it coincides with different events on our planet. And it is fascinating to see how we can almost measure our level of awareness, consciousness, and where we are on the scale through looking at this Schumann resonance. Schumann. You can look it up and Google it. It's SHU or SHUMANN. So, with that being said, here's another thing that has been coming up a lot, right? So I've been doing this series on here on YouTube. I'm doing a series right now called Breaking Free from the Matrix. And it's not only meant to be a total act of rebellion. It is also meant to be a way for us, people like you and I, it's offering us a way to see and recognize how we are being kind of kept in this state of lower awareness, lower frequency. And it's not, again, not meant to be like this complete and utter rebellion. It's more meant to be a way for you to see the light. More meant for you to see that, oh, we are stuck in a system of thinking, of feeling, of being, that if we try and break free from that system, the system thinks that we're bad. Because there's so many humans that have agreed, because they feel safe. If the system works, we feel safe. Everybody's rows the boat together. We feel safe and nobody rocks the boat. Then we're going to be safe. Now, a lot of times this boat is not doing that well. Or in our case, in the Western society, our boat is almost killing the rest of the world. And as long as we don't rock the boat, it's going to keep happening. So rocking the boat might be asking questions that are uncomfortable, or to step outside of the framework that we are used to, and be like, does this really make sense? Does this piece of news, does this information, does this feeling, does what they're saying really make sense? And just start studying it, right? Just start backing out a little bit and look at what's going on in the matrix, what's going on in this system of information, of money, of energy, of power. And does it behoove you to be a part of it? And are you giving up your own integrity, integral soul rights in order to be a part of a system? Almost like if you're part of a group think, if you're in a group of guys or girls and maybe they're talking bad about the other gender, and you can feel kind of like, I don't really like when they say these things. I don't really like when this group of guys say they call women names or talk about them in a certain way. Or if women do the same thing about guys. Oh, the guys are always like this. They're all the same. They're all this way or that way. But a part of you feels like, that doesn't sit right with me. Because here's one of the problems, right? Once we start partake in those groups, in these settings, and everybody's like that, we start to feel like, maybe they are like that. When what we call locker room talk, right? And everybody says, it's kind of innocent. No, it's not. What does it do? It starts a frequency, a way of thinking in somebody's head. And of course, yes, everybody's responsible for their own inner space. But that means that you and I are also responsible for our inner space. And if I go into, for example, a space of anger, which can happen, and I don't like it, doesn't make me feel very good. It's not a very fun place to be. But when it happens, if I sit with that, if I sit in meditation later and I'm like, what's going on? What's happening in my system right now? I'm also able to notice that when I'm sitting in the frequency of anger, negativity, or fear, I'm not able to access that sense of love, that sense of gratitude for being alive, that sense of wonder about life itself. So as long as I get stuck in the fear or negativity or anger, and here's the problem, the Matrix wants us to be stuck in that way. The old axiom of divide and conquer is very powerful in the Matrix, yes? Very strong right there. It really makes the Matrix happy when we get angry or negative, because we're not able to access our higher frequencies. Sierras and Sunsets, good evening. Welcome on board. Welcome on board. So when we're not able to access, it's almost like when I'm sitting in my anger or negativity, the only frequencies that are accessible to me are those of a sort of a lower frequency. And it's usually where ego lives. Defense mechanism, frustration. And then as soon as we step into a different frequency, if we can shift, and we shift into a deeper inner space where, oh, I get to be alive. Oh, I get to take more breaths into my system. Oh, I get to feel the plants. I get to be a part of this world. I get to breathe into my body. I get to walk on this planet, be a part of it all. Soon as that energy comes back in, where I'm like, oh, I feel my gratitude. I feel my sense of aliveness. It's like the anger just goes, woo, and then we can access our higher realms again. So if you can look at yourself, right? If you can sit with yourself and be like, hang on, am I getting caught up in this thing here? Even in the conspiracy theories over here, am I being completely caught up? Because there's, of course, a balancing act where can I still access my inner love and gratitude, even if I'm seeing through some of the veils of the existence that the Matrix wants us to be in. Right? The Matrix wants you to feel fearful. It wants you to stay angry. And it wants you to be divided. It wants you to look at skin color. This is going to determine who you are, and you're not the same. Or it wants us to look at gender. Men and women are different. They're not the same. And of course, we are different to a certain degree. But my God, spiritually speaking, are we not all connected to the one source? So coming back into this experience, this awareness of oneness, awareness that we are all connected in a higher realm, can really help us to grow. That is how we end up breaking out of the Matrix. Because it doesn't feel right to sit in that anger. It doesn't seem right to sit in that negativity. Doesn't mean we shouldn't see it. It means that we don't want to be caught up in it. Because if we're caught up in that anger and fear, we are part of that system still. We're still part of the feeding mechanism of the Matrix. We're still part of it. We're still in that energy sphere. But if you can rise and come back home, come back home, like we always say, you come back home and you get stronger inside of yourself and you start to grow. It's like we're spiraling out of the Matrix. We are growing out of the Matrix. And as we grow through all of this gunk, it becomes easier to sit in your inner space. It becomes easier to see your truth. It becomes easier to be centered in yourself. It becomes easier to be you. The road can be paved with trickiness. But as long as we keep breathing, we're still on the road, aren't we? Yes. So, welcome aboard, everybody. So, here we are. We are And here's that last part of this, and hopefully I'm not repeating myself here. When we're looking at the frequencies of the matrix, when we're looking at the frequencies of negativity, fear, and anger, it's like it's a temperature in your body. It's a frequency that's active in your body. Think of it as like when you're angry at somebody or something, you're like, my God, I can't believe that thing. Maybe it's an old president, maybe it's a current president, whoever you're angry at. And when you're sitting in that frequency of anger, we can't access the frequency of love, compassion, tolerance, understanding, patience. It's not accessible to us because our awareness, our energy body is all tied into that anger. It's a heavy vibration in the system. It's almost like if there's a dissonance in your system, like a wah, it's really hard for the pure tones. Wee. No, that wasn't the pure tone, but if we do a pure tone like mo, if there's a dissonance within the system, it's gonna be hard for the mo to keep going that way. So if you have a sense of gratitude in your body, it's sort of hard to hold the space, like anger as well. If you're truly moving into a sense of gratitude, into your system, if you can feel it in your sacral chakra, you feel it in your root chakra, you feel gratitude in your heart, you feel it for being alive, you feel it for being a part of this beautiful, energetic expression of life. No more anger, no more negativity. It doesn't have room. It doesn't fit in the same space. It doesn't resonate and vibrate in the same frequency. So when we come back home, it's good to start to kind of monitor or watch or be the observer of our minds and our feelings so that when we get caught up in the negativity, we can learn how to snap out of it somewhat quicker. So we come back home, so we don't have to live our whole lives in that space. It's very harmful for our own body to live in that space. Not to mention the energy we're putting onto everybody else. Harmful, harmful, harmful. So even though it's not always easy, I don't want to be beating myself up for getting angry. I don't want anybody else to do it either, but I would like for us to come back home. That I can come back home. Release. Release. So we can raise our frequency. So, oi, oi, oi. If you guys have any thoughts on all this, if you ladies or guys here, if you have any thoughts or feelings or concerns around this, feel free to share any comments. I always appreciate an interaction, yes. So, what we're doing now is we're going into the healing part of this session. And if you're new to this, if you haven't been here before, there are going to be some unusual sounds. There's going to be some unusual frequencies coming through me that are working with your energy field. And when we go into this sacred space together, we do connect in the quantum field on a quantum level. And in that connection, there's a lot of healing that happens. If you think about that image of the two logs that are burning, or one log is burning really, really bright, and one is burning really, really weak. And this log that's burning so weak, it barely can make it. It's not burning much at all. If you take a hot burning log next to it and you put them together, this log that wasn't burning so weak is gaining strength in its fire. It's gaining heat. And then when you separate them again, both are burning brighter. The sharing the fire doesn't cost anything for the one that's already burning hot. There's no loss. It's only an addition to the other one. And that's a lot how some of this healing happens. Not all of it. A lot of it is your own inner work, but some of it, and you're like a kind of a refill of your energy, a reset, and an upbuilding motion, movement in your system happens here. And then you, throughout the week, sit in your own meditation, see if any of the stuff that's coming through here resonate with you. If anything comes up, you're like, oh, that's what that meant or felt like. Then keep this moving, right? You're on a movement. You're on a trajectory of inner growth, a spiritual journey. And then when we connect on that quantum level, that's where we strengthen that. So, I would like to invite you, I'm just going to have a sip of the cacao here. I'd like to invite you to join in, to take a few deep breaths into your body. Bring your awareness and your energy back into your system. Take a few deep breaths, feel the air as it moves through your nostrils, down the back of your throat, down the windpipes into the lungs, and fills up your chest cavity and expand all the way down into the stomach area. Relax your shoulders. Yes, feel that movement of coming back home. Feel the energy. And today, I want to fill us up with gratitude. This is not the gratitude for the things we have. It's not the type of gratitude for the car you drive or don't drive. It's the type of gratitude in your system for just being alive. That your energy, your cells are dividing in your body. Your organs are functioning to take care of the nutrients that you are putting in. That you are feeding yourself with a good, healthy spiritual diet. That kind of gratitude that goes way beyond any material possessions. The gratitude for the experiences you've had in your life. The gratitude that you have a heart in your chest that's beating. These processes that are way beyond our own control, they happen by themselves. Your stomach will be digesting the food, whether you want it to or not. Your lungs are taking breaths. You don't have to focus on it. Your heart is beating, and yes, we can support all the processes, but it's beating without you consciously telling it to. Many functions in the body that are processes of life. And we are just a part of that journey. Our mind is a way of perceiving all the events that are happening. But in a sense, the sense of self we have is only inhabiting this physical body while we're on this physical earth. And all the processes that are happening in the body are keeping us alive, tethered to this body in a very beautiful way. And when we learn to feel that gratitude, that sense of gratitude supports us, helps us grow, strengthens us, and anchors us, grounds us. Yes. So with this feeling of gratitude, there's an expansion of your energy system. It grows. Your whole energy body, your aura gets bigger. You're feeding it with your gratitude. So as we sit here together, I suggest you envision growing roots, energetic or real roots, into Earth Mother. And as we're growing these roots and we are grounding into Earth Mother, we can feel a strong effect in the body. Almost like a positive sinking feeling of our energy into the body. There's an expansion happening. It helps to reprogram our neuropathic brainwaves in our brain, neuroplasticity. It's happening as we're accessing these deeper realms. All right, everybody. I'm going to open up the sacred space, and we are going to invite you to sit in your gratitude, in your inner love, adding gratitude to your life. Feel an expansion in the crown chakra as well. Just feel the expansion happening as light is coming in, new information is coming in. ことは、いやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやい Hey yo 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 Tayo wate toyo taya. Tayo wahe toyo taya. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchidananda Murataye Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchidananda Murataye Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase Welcome back in the room, everyone. I trust you had a beautiful experience. Thank you, Sierras and Suns. It's intense tonight. Thank you, thank you. Seems like the frequencies are getting higher. We're gaining access to more both information. Thank you, Serpent Visionary Oracle. Thank you, thank you. We are gaining access to more and more higher frequencies, more insights, more peace, more love. Not always simple, but it helps us to come back home, yes. So thank you, everyone. Have a beautiful, lovely, lovely, lovely week. And I wish you love, power, inner standing. Johnny Neal, thank you, sir. Trent and Shine, Ellie K. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So much love in this universe, yes? We are accessing that love through our heart, through our solar plexus, through our sacral chakra, through our root chakra, accessing the love. Be beautiful. Namaste. And aho.